a lot of strife, the fact that you have served at the IDF, the fact that you are a retired sergeant over there. If you could shed more light into what the role of the IDF now becomes, because you're fighting on the front lines. There are over 3 lakh of the troops that have been deployed. How difficult a situation it must be.
Well, thank you for having me. So right now, it doesn't matter whether you're left, right, in the opposition, in the government. It doesn't matter what political position you take. Right now, we are all needing to pull together, and that's what we're doing. Approximately 350,000 reservists have been called up. This is a fight for our survival, and we have the attitude that we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to defend our borders. We have a responsibility to win this war. We will win this war. We have a responsibility to fight for the blood that has been shed, for the lives that have been taken. And this is the attitude. We have been forced into this. We don't want to do this, but we have been forced into this. We do not have any choice anymore. We cannot live. We've learned now. We took a sucker punch in that first day, and now we're recovering. Now we're regrouping, and we are doing the work. And we are dependent on not only our military, but we're also dependent on the prayers of our people as well, because it's not just our military. It's the spirit of our people, our ideology, and certainly, as I say, the prayers of our people.
Yes. Where are you located currently? Also talk to us about your family members. Hope they're safe. Are you with them right now?
Well, I'm sitting here in a relatively safe place in the central north region of Zikron Yaakov, which is just inland from the Mediterranean coast, where I'm kind of in between Tel Aviv and Haifa, hearing lots of rockets. I'm about an hour from Tiberias, so hearing a lot of airplanes up in the north, because let's not forget that it's not just the Gaza Strip that is a threat. Another, even perhaps potentially greater threat is our northern border, where we have Hezbollah with 250,000 surface-to-air missiles pointed right at us. And already this morning we had some missiles fired over. In the last few days we've had some terrorists that have infiltrated our territories. So we are, but our Air Force are operating round the clock. So I have 4 kids and 3 of them are in the Army right now. That's all I can say. But we're a nation right now that we're a little traumatized. We're a little shocked, to say the least, and we're hurting. We are suffering. This is very, very painful for our nation. This is. It's been said many times. It's almost like going back 50 years ago to when we were in the synagogues praying, fasting, and we got attacked on Yom Kippur. But the barbarism of it all, people are likening Hamas to even worse than ISIS. Yeah. So this is very, very difficult for our nation right now.
You've served as a sergeant at the Israel Defense Forces. Now, what are these strategies and plans that are then played out by the IDF to strike Hamas and Hezbollah terrorists? Because you intercept them on a regular basis, not to an extent that has been witnessed on Saturday, but there definitely must be checks and balances in place to curtail them.
Well, I'm not sitting in the engine room of the top chief of staff and generals, but what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing as I'm watching panels of ex-generals and political and military analysts speak is right now we are laying the Gaza Strip under total siege. We have cut off the electricity, the water, food, and all supplies getting in. We are putting them in siege. And this is a very difficult thing because we know, just like our innocents on our side have suffered, we know that there are going to be innocent people on the other side. One of the problem is a few days ago when this started, there were pretty much everyone on the streets of Gaza celebrating, rejoicing, throwing candies to the kids, shooting guns up in the air, celebrating. Now, our Air Force, we are crumbling buildings, infrastructure under the ground. And the same people that were rejoicing, they are in shock, they are in terror, they are in devastation. And the Hamas have put the people into this situation, just like in the 1967 Six-Day War. We were forced into that war. We were forced into this war, and sadly, the people of Gaza are suffering. So, and I think the same will happen if Hezbollah hit us from the north. If they dare to hit us, then I believe we will do the same. I believe we will put a circle around Lebanon. We will cut off its electricity, its water, its food, its supplies, its gas. We will have to put it under a siege. And that's a way of bringing a nation or a people to its knees. Again, I'm not the military strategist, but that seems to be the strategy that we're going about right now.
Okay. Also, the big question everybody asking, about the intelligence failure, about the capacity of Iron Dome to intercept these 5,000 plus missiles that hit Israel, hit southern Israel. Obviously all these things, all these matters and discussions are going to be something that are going to be had later on. But right now, you are at war.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Now is not the time. People are talking about it. People are asking for our Prime Minister and our Defense Minister and our top generals' heads to be put on the chopping blocks. Now is not the time. They did the same in the Yom Kippur War with Golda Meir. They criticized her. Listen, 1,500 terrorists. They had planned this obviously for a long time. They were barbaric. They are barbaric. They're still out there, many of them. They still have our people. They're in hiding. And with God's help, we will get them. We will bring them to their knees.
Right. Also, big question in everybody's mind. The world is looking at Israel right now. When do you think is this war going to end?
I think the war, if you're looking just at Gaza, at the Gaza Strip, people are talking about it being a long, drawn-out thing. From our television's perspective, it almost looks like all we need to do is bomb them from the air, but it's not as simple as that. Once we get the ground forces in, once we get our tanks, once we get our infantry in, then the real action will begin. Of course, we know that there are underground operatives, underground potential cities. So that will be a guerrilla warfare. How long that will take, I don't know. I hope it doesn't go on beyond 2 months, 3 months. I'm guessing, I'm speculating. If the war breaks out in the north, and by the way, we not only have 1 or 2 fronts, we have 4 potential fronts. We have the Gaza Strip, we have the northern Lebanese border, we have the Syrian and the east, Jordan. Clandestine groups are joining from Iraq, from Yemen. And now we have another front, and that is in the heartland of Israel, Samaria, which politically is called the West Bank, because there are big terrorist organizations operating from there as well. So it's a very difficult question to answer, and our leaders have said this may take some time. So we have to pray and trust for our leaders and our military and support them in any and every way we can. And we appreciate your support and people around the world who are not only wanting to send stuff, but actually are wanting to come and volunteer and be here.
Yeah. Thank you, Aaron Levarco, for joining me on the telecast and giving us an insight into what the situation right now is in Israel.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.